Hello and welcome to another video where we look at r/strict parents less abusive than r/credit stuff, so let's get started. Moving on, like all of you, my parents were insanely strict. When I was a teenager, I had to give them my phone and iPod that I paid for myself at night, and they looked through all my messages and pictures. I was not allowed to hang out with my friends very often, had strict curfews, was followed around and more. I was always in trouble for something. I was naturally adventurous and social, but I felt like my parents really stunted that development. This has led me to make some bad choices in my future about friends and relationships. I developed severe anxiety and began to self-harm. Instead of receiving help, I was grounded and not allowed to cut. In addition, because I was never allowed to do anything myself, it's hard to function as an adult. I feel so stupid now I'm in college and my parents do not have as much of a hold on me, aside from not wanting me and my BF in the same bed in their home. I'm seeking advice to recover and forgive. How do I move on from this? Also, is this abusive? Any advice is appreciated. Are my parents strict? What's her thoughts? Phone gets taken at 9:30 on school nights. 10 on weekends. I get to see my boyfriend 2 days a week. 2 hours on a weekday and 4 hours on Saturday or Sunday. They force me to participate in going places, watching movies with them, etc. I get yelled at for being in my room too long and get told I need to come out. More often I have to keep good grades or my phone gets taken. Last time it was taken for months over a bad grade. I can't fit my boyfriend for more than an hour or so, and if I do, I talk quietly. BC my parents say I don't need to talk to him all the time. I can't be on my phone when I'm with my parents. BC they threaten to take it away. BC I'm on it all the time. My mom makes up lies about me. Last year we got in an argument and she grabbed my arms and I pulled away, and now she tells everyone I punched her in the face. Also at the same time this fight happened, as I pulled my arms away, my dad shoved my head into a window and said that he was defending my mom. BC he thought I was going to hurt her if I don't do what they say. They get extremely mad and threaten to take my phone away or say I can't see my boyfriend and will also stay in a bad mood. Me for multiple days last year. I told them I didn't want to live there and that I wanted to live with my boyfriend, and a huge fight broke out and they ended up making me go to a therapist. But here is where it gets weird. My mom sat in on every session and talked. 95% of the time she told the lady everything I did. 99% of it lies or over exaggerated. I left that office almost every time crying. When I get bad grades / do something they disapprove of, they scream and yell and I say I'm sorry and they just tell me they don't want to hear it. BC if I was actually sorry I wouldn't do it. I've had a wooden spoon thrown at me that put a hole in my wall. I was 8 years old and I talked back to my dad and he made me go on the front porch and he said if I wanted to talk back that I had to leave and I wasn't allowed to come back. I cried and begged him and said I was sorry over and over again until he let me back inside. I've been called a bitch, a hoe, told that I was never going to be anything, that I was going to end up pregnant, in jail, and that I would end up like my cousin, dead. Update. The 6th of April 19. In about a week I will be moving out of my parents' house to live with my boyfriend. Last night my dad came in going on about how my boyfriend brainwashes me and that's why I'm going to move out, that I'm going to make a big mistake, and even went to say that people who move out when they are 18 always end up doing drugs or in jail. PS any advice on how to go about moving out without causing a scene or involving the police would be appreciated. Will give update once I moved out. Are my parents strict? Is this normal? I have to get home by 6 p.m. I'm 17 years old. I can't go out with friends or my BF, even on weekends. For 4 months starting today, my phone is taken every night at 11 p.m. and my internet is unplugged as well. I can't talk about feeling depressed, angry, or anxious because my parents had a more difficult life, therefore I can't have any problems and my problems are invalid. They threaten to not pay a single penny for uni and give all the money saved for my post-secondary tuition to my brother because he is more academically promising. They constantly guilt trip me and say things like all my work was wasted on you. You're a failure. How does anyone put up with you? Because we can't. They read through my journal, where I expressed my feelings, wrote, and drew, and made me throw it all away, calling me sick in the head, insane, and looking for attention. I was threatened to be sent to a psychiatric hospital multiple times. They constantly tell me to stop talking to friends and BF, and cut off all contact with them, saying they are useless and just a distraction. They give me ultimatums. For example, study for 3 days straight during the weekend, you can't go out until next year. If I don't comply, or I try to talk against it, they say we will give up on you, and you can go get pregnant like the slut you are and be a teenage loser. We wasted time, money, and energy on you. Overall, I feel depressed and unmotivated to continue living, and I can't reach out to anyone about it. I want to get out of here so badly, or all in all just stop living. My grades have dropped. I was a straight A student with high percentages, and they blame it on my friends and BF, and encourage me to isolate myself. They also tell me I'm a burden and the family wouldn't have problems if it wasn't for me. How to convince my parents to let me, 20F, go on holidays with my BF, 20 meters. Sounds like an easy question, but I don't actually know the answer to it. Nothing's worked. We've been on holidays numerous times, but with family or friends. We both just want to go somewhere alone, adventure and have fun. The main thing stopping me is because they think I'm going to fall pregnant. They don't know I've had sex, and they are very old school, so it's the whole no sex before marriage rule. Also, they are scared about what the rest of the family are going to think of their parenting if they let me go, as if it's irresponsible or something. It's ridiculous. Can anyone relate? What can I say to convince my parents to let me go besides the whole "I'm old enough, don't you trust me, it'll only be a few days," etc.? Anything else I could try? Should I follow my parent or dream / any advice? I have extremely strict parents that are also very old fashioned. The day before I was discussing with my mum how, when I'm older, I want to start my own business and rent a small apartment when I'm 18. To which she simply responded, the only way you will ever be able to leave this house is by marriage. Her saying that really left me confused to whether I should follow my goals, dream, or take her advice. I really need your help. Any advice? According to what I'm reading, I get the feeling that you're not 18 yet, so for you the best bet would be to never take your parents' care for granted and appreciate what you have for now. But once you start high school, it's a really good idea to start hobbies and extracurriculars that could help achieve this goal. Your dream could change a lot. I know mine has. I first wanted to be chemist, and now at the end of high school I'm 80% sure I'm going to be a concept artist for gaming studios. Personally, I wouldn't take your mother's advice that the only way you're getting out of the house is by marriage, because who needs that seriously? If you work really hard towards a goal and find ways to support yourself, you're pretty much set. It also helps to build a network of connections to people, especially if you'd want to start a business. I highly recommend to do your research. Figure out what's in it for you. You can't really go anywhere if you don't make the effort yourself first. Good luck. Dad choosing my major. Hello, I'm stuck in a very distressing situation and I don't know what to do about it. I'm 19 years old, currently in my second year of college, and attending a local community college near my house. Last year, I went to a state university and majored in biochemistry, with the dream of making it to medical school or pharmacy school. I really enjoyed my major, and did very well the first 2 quarters, achieving a very high GPA. However, during my spring quarter, a lot of stuff happened. I fell into a severe depression and my study habits went to shit, since I was sleeping all day. That quarter my grades were very poor. Well, not too bad, but bad for Indian parents, if you know what I mean. My father was furious at me for tanking my GPA and refused to send me back to uni so that I could waste another 30k by failing. The lowest grade I received in any class was a B, all my classes. He made me register for CS classes at a local community college. I'm currently taking a lower from my other university. He told that, since IF ********************************************************** up biochemistry, I was no longer allowed to major in any biological/chemical science, since I had ruined my chances for a successful career in that field during my spring quarter. He said that now I have to take the courses to major in computer science and get my master's. I told him that I didn't want to, and he said that if I didn't do as he said he would kick me out. So far it's been hell living with my father at home. He constantly complains about having to drop me off at school. I don't have a car and he never let me get my license, and he literally told me the other day that I'm a failure. Whenever I ask him for help in my CS class he tells me that my question is stupid and that I'm not even trying. But the thing is, I am trying. I am trying to enjoy CS. But I don't. I don't have any friends, so I don't have anyone to talk to about this, besides Reddit I guess. TL, doctor, my emotionally abusive father is making me give up my dream of being a physician, to study computer science instead, and become a software developer. Is my mom strict? Everything I own is hers because I live under her roof, have to be home by 6, and by 4 during winter, no sleepovers, only shops at Payless Shoes, because I shouldn't care what people think, never had a birthday party, no friends allowed inside, I signed up for all essential/applied classes, grade 9, mom changed all my electives, so I wouldn't be in the same class as friends, also switched to all academic classes despite my low grade average. 49 to 54, not allowed to buy things for myself, no video games allowed, no TV in my room, not allowed to ride a bike, it's been in our basement for literal years, forced to attend church, not allowed to stay home alone, even for an hour, 7:30 bedtime. I'm 15. I'm sick and tired of my mom's crap. How do I convince her to unwind and let me be a teenager? I've never seen a Harry Potter movie in my life because my mother is worried the devil will suck out my fucking soul. This, among other things, completely ruined my chances of making friends with shared interests. I don't even know if I posted this in a suitable place, but do any of you have parents like this? Thanks for watching this very long video. New video tomorrow.